Are cloud glasses played out? So today's topic's a little bit more humbling than the last. A little bit more relatable, maybe even. Last time I talked, of course, about Ratatouille. You know, that was last video. It was a Ratatouille video. I'm gonna keep with the trend of reviewing children's animated movies for the time being, and today I decided I'm going to review that's right, Despicable Me. Easily one of the most annoying films that anybody has been forced to deal with incessantly. You may be asking, hey, if you don't like Despicable Me, why are you reviewing Despicable Me? Okay, listen, just because I know for a fact that Despicable Me is something that we've all been forced to deal with, doesn't mean it's not fucking amazing. So the thing about Despicable Me is, you know, it's an amazing piece because, A, we have all of the Maymays that came from it. There's so many Maymays. The soundtrack was done by Pharrell Williams of Nerd and Pharrell Williams.
I'm having a bad day. It's about time that I get my way. Steamrolling whatever I see. Oh, Despicable Me.
Despicable Me is about this villain. His name is Gru, because you know that's a human name. Gru, he has a plan at the beginning to steal the pyramids, or one of the pyramids, maybe all of them. I don't know. He wanted pyramids from Egypt, though, is the point, and so he was gonna steal them. But then this other villain, who is gonna be the antagonist of this story, who I'm not gonna lie, the name escapes me right now so, you know, one thing that I know about this guy is he looks like Mandark, so we're gonna call him Mandark. Just, you know, makes it a little bit easier that way. So Mandark ends up actually stealing the pyramid from him when he was gonna steal it first. He totally stole the idea. So it's like, you know, his idea gets stolen and he's like all, you know, disgruntled, you know. Dude went full Thomas Edison on his ass, homie. Just like completely stole his work, took credit for it, got all the praise for it, got all the honeys. You know, nothing for Gru, who it was his idea. Gru comes up with a brand new plan. Gru remembers back on the fact that Gru is very old. And much as many old people, Gru just can't stand those surfer kids. Always with the dude this, and the bra that, and the incessant surf lingo. So he decides, hey, you know what? Fuck these surfers, they don't get to surf. I'ma steal the moon. And he tells it to like his higher up or whatever about this plan. And of course they love the plan of stealing the moon. What a great idea. You're an amazing supervillain, Gru, and I'm gonna pat you on the back. Gru really loves being a supervillain, is what a lot of people don't know. So Gru's gonna do anything in his power to continue having his supervillain power. In order to be that next level guy, in order to be a total maverick, he has to do something that hasn't been done before. So, the moon. You know, it's two birds, one stone. You get rid of those pesky surfer kids, as well as putting yourself back on the map. It's a win-win in Gru's eye. So Gru, ultimately, I forget what plan he devises. I think it was something to do with getting revenge on the guy. He decides randomly, hey, I'm going to go to this orphanage and pick up, you know, these girls who were trying to sell cookies to me earlier in the movie because I want to use them for my plan. So he picks up these three little girls. All of their names escape me, so I'm gonna call it Tiny Cutie, the slightly bigger cutie, and Miranda Cosgrove. Tiny Cutie, slightly bigger cutie, and Miranda Cosgrove end up getting adopted by Gru. She's like, man, these kids, they're harsh on my vibe, man. I'm a villain. I'm trying to do villain things. He already has a ton of minions to look after. Now the thing about minions is that they're everywhere, like, and there's a ton of them, so it's like you really don't know which one, you know, has a personality or a name. They're just kind of all the same, you know, Adderall pill with overalls. Gru's not really feeling the whole fatherhood thing. Of course, the minions, they're nice to the kids because, they're Adderall. It's for kids. Gru decides that he's gonna keep up with his supervillaining while being a daddy boy. What? You can't do that. You can't even fucking take a nap with it while being a daddy boy. And he soon learns that the hard way. Because these little girls are so annoying. And he has to do everything for them. So ultimately, Gru ends up, at some point, learning about these girls, how they like dancing, whatever, He ends up taking them to the theme park. And that's when we see the change in Gru's mindset, He's like, hey, maybe these girls aren't so shitty after all. Maybe I actually could do this whole daddy boy thing. Gru's really feeling the whole daddy boy thing, but he's still trying to get revenge all at the same time. Because the guy, Mandark is still around, He's still doing things. He's still making Gru look stupid on occasion. So he really just wants to show it to Mandark, and that'll show him. They go to the fair, though, back to that point, and, he wins Tiny Cutie, a cute little stuffed animal, slightly larger cutie. She doesn't get anything, nor does Miranda Cosgrove, but Tiny Cutie gets something, and that's all that the audience cares about. Gru ends up going to, get revenge and exact vengeance on the guy, Mandark, who's making him look stupid, so he's gonna get revenge on him. He's trying to juggle being a father and getting revenge and being a supervillain. This man just has too much to chew. Before exacting revenge or anything, he ends up getting super close to these kids. He gets them involved in dancing. He gets them involved in other things, and they're all into dance. They all do ballet. And they have a big recital coming up, and Gru's like, I will definitely be there because I care about you kids now, because you are my kids now. He's going forward with his plan to steal the moon because it's time, it's mission time. He's got a deadline to meet, otherwise he loses all of his funding. Gru goes to the moon, and he shrinks it down with a laser gun, and he puts it in his pocket. And he has the moon now. He did what he set out for. He made Mandark his bitch. He's winning, dude. This is the OPEC of Gru's villaining right here. He stole the gosh darn moon. He steals the moon, but while he's stealing the moon, he realizes, oh snap, I'm late to my little kid's ballet thingy. He's racing to get there, and he's crashing through the city with a rocket, killing a whole bunch of whoever knows. All sorts of people are dying. It's madness in the streets. Well, Gru ultimately gets there, but when he gets there, it's too late, and he missed the concert, and he missed them dancing, and he wasn't there. Further proving to the audience that Gru is definitively cut out to be a daddy boy, because he missed his daughter's things, and he's like, man, I suck. Gru, heartbroken that he missed the thing, not only that, learns that his daughters were kidnapped by Mandark of all people. Mandark! They end up stealing his kids, and he's taking them on a rocket to space or something, where he's gonna murder Gru's kids. Gru's kids are gonna die. Sorry, I'm a little parched. Gru has won his mission, and Gru loves being a villain way more than he loves anything. And so ultimately, that he's not going to save these girls. He's just going to win and, be done with the whole thing. What? It turns out Gru does end up saving the girls because Gru loves them, and Gru's a good daddy boy. Flies into there, and he's like, hey, what's up, Mandark? I'm gonna slap you around a little bit. I'm gonna smack you in the face. So he messes up Mandark, dude. Mandark ain't even recognizable to his own mama by the time that he's done with Mandark. Mandark ain't shit. He ends up getting his kids back after a big climactic scene, and he takes his kids home, and they live as a happy family forever and ever. I think he puts back the moon even because the girls want him to. They're like, nigga, you missed my ballet. You are not allowed to have the moon. You put back the moon, daddy. And he's like, okay, Miranda Cosgrove. Ultimately, we learn a lot of things with Despicable Me. We learn that family comes before everything. That even if you're a villain boy, you can be a daddy boy. And in fact, most daddy boys are awful. You can do that. You can be that guy. You can turn around your life. You can stop your villainous ways. You can own a bunch of minions. You can have some daughters. You can own a bunch of daughters. You can dance with everybody at the end of it and look at the moon together, and then it's all said and done and you're a changed man. So Despicable Me is like a really okay movie in my eyes. I give it 3.5 out of 5 stars because